Most people don't use any real cricket strategy. They see a familiar team, a big player name, a nice looking odds number, and they instantly think, बस यहाँ सब clear है. This one is the pick. But in cricket, match often doesn't turn because one team is stronger. Match turn because of one small detail before the start. In this video, we will break down a proper strategy for IPL 2026 cricket. Not a prediction for one specific match, जो कल के बाद किसी को यूजफुल नहीं रहेगा, but a system you can use before any match. How to look at teams, how to understand the pitch, why you should wait for playing 11, why you should not choose only by club name, and when it's better to not enter the match at all. And at the end, I'll show you my own strategy, the one I used before making the final choice. No complicated terms, no extra heavy analysis, just 5 things you need to check so you don't have to take a blind decision. Let's start with the simple thing. Why you don't always need to choose the match winner. This is very important because most beginners think cricket betting is always one question. Who will win the match? But sometimes winner is the most difficult option because match can be very close. Teams can be almost equal in strength. In that situation, trying to guess the winner is not a strategy. It's almost a lottery. Sometimes it's much smarter to look not at the whole match, but at one specific part. For example, which team can start better, who can score more runs, which player can become the main run scorer. The match winner can be unclear, but at the same time, it can be obvious that the pitch is good for scoring runs. Or the opposite, winner is not clear, but you can use that one team starts very badly, while the other usually starts very strongly. This is where real strategy appears, not where everyone is going, but where the logic is cleaner. The main mistakes is thinking that you always have to enter on the winner. A normal strategy doesn't search for the loudest option, it searches for the clearest one. Where does a normal cricket strategy even start? In cricket, you can start with the winner because winner is already the final result. And before that result, there are many details that move the match. Simple example. One team can look stronger by names, but today they are playing away from home. They can have a star player, but in the last few matches, he barely scored runs. And if a person doesn't check this, he is already choosing by feeling. A normal strategy starts with a different question. Not who is stronger overall, but who has more real reasons to win this exact match today. Strategy doesn't start with the choosing the winner. It starts with the question, who has more real reasons today to take this specific match? And the first point we'll break down is team form. How do you understand which team is actually stronger right now? Here many people also make mistake. They look at the team name. For example, they see a big club, famous history, all wins, and instantly think, हाँ, ये team जीतनी चाहिए. But a team can be legendary and still be unstable right now. One match they play strong, next match they fail. Then they somehow recover again. And another team may not be so loud, but right now it looks more balanced. Fewer mistakes, calmer start, better finish, more stable batters. And here it's important not to look only at who won the last match. You need to see how the team played before that. Did they win calmly, or did they barely survive because the opponent gave everything away? Did they lose without any chance, or did they lose in the end, but during the game they looked okay? Because two same results can mean completely different things. A win doesn't always mean the team is strong. A loss doesn't always mean the team is broken. If a team regularly starts the match calmly, doesn't panic after losing a player, holds the tempo well, and don't collapse in the end, that's a good sign. If a team survives every time only because one player suddenly performs, they're already a risk because today that player may not carry and the whole game can fall apart. Form is not just wins and losses. Form is the question. Is the team playing through a system, or is it surviving every time on random moments? But form alone is not enough. Now we'll break down the actual team lineups. By the way, this breakdown is only the top of the iceberg. I've already placed an express for the upcoming matches and several events from this round and included there, but you will see them only in our Telegram channel. There you will also find a strong 500% starting bonus for those who follow cricket and want to enter matches not blindly but with normal analysis. Link is in the description. Go and check it out. Why is the lineup more important than it looks? This is the part many beginners don't check at all. They choose a team in the morning, enter the bet, and that's it. Then before the match, the playing 11 comes out and suddenly one important player is missing and the whole logic breaks down. In cricket, one player can change the match a lot. If a strong batter is missing, the team may score fewer runs. If a strong bowler is missing, the opponent can build the momentum very easily. If the captain changes the lineup, the whole game plan can change. That's why a normal strategy is not about entering too early just because the odd looks very nice. Sometimes it's better to wait for the playing 11. Yes, the odds can move a little, but at least you understand who is actually playing instead of building a prediction on a team that will not even be on the field in that version. Here you need to look with simple eyes. Who opens the game? Who should score the main runs? Who will bowl in the important moments? Does the team have replacements? Is everything standing on one player? Lineup is a reality check. Before the lineup, we only have an exemption. After the lineup, we can talk more seriously about that. But even lineup won't give the full answer if you don't look at head-to-head matches. Do you need to check how teams played against each other before? Head-to-head helps you understand the history of the pair. For example, sometimes one team looks stronger in the season, but against this specific opponent, it constantly feels uncomfortable. Why? Because the style doesn't fit. One team likes to score runs fast, and the other team knows how to slow down the tempo. One team depends on the start, and the other is very good at pressing exactly in the beginning. But you can make a prediction only by head-to-head because old matches mean old lineups, different form, different conditions. If teams played 1 year ago, it doesn't mean today they will be the same. Head-to-head shows if this pair has some usual logic. For example, matches are often close. One team often starts badly. One team usually struggles against this opponent's style. This can be useful. But if a person simply says they won't last time, so they will win again, that's weak analysis. Head-to-head is useful, but it's not the main factor. It gives a clue about the style of the matchup. But today form, lineups, pitch and conditions will decide much more. Now we move higher to the most dangerous part. Why can the match completely change the prediction? For someone who doesn't watch cricket constantly, pitch may sound like a small detail, but in cricket, it's huge. One pitch helps team score runs quickly. The ball travels well, better feel more comfortable, and the match can become high scoring. Another pitch is harder. The ball behaves very differently. Bowlers can apply more pressure and batters don't feel so free. And this is where real strategy starts. If the pitch helps scoring, the best choice is not always just the match winner. Sometimes it's more interesting to look at total runs, stronger better, or the team that usually starts better. If the pitch is heavy and scoring is difficult, then the match can become slower and more nervous. And there, the more valuable team is the one that can stay calm, avoid panic, and not break after a bad start. Conditions also matter. Heat, humidity, wind, possibly rain, all of this can affect the match tempo. And home stadium is especially important. If a team already has good form, a normal lineup, and also home ground, then the prediction in their direction looks much stronger. Pitch can show what kind of match we may get. Fast, high scoring, difficult, or maybe nervous. So what does a normal cricket strategy looks like? Let's put everything into one simple system. Before the match, don't start with the question who will win. Go step by step. First form, who is playing calmer and more stable right now? Second lineup, are all important players actually playing? Third, head to head. Does this match have a clear history or are the old matches already not so important? Fourth pitch would be, does it help scoring runs or does it make the match difficult? Because a normal strategy should not force you to enter. It should help you remove the bad decisions. That's why a prediction without explanation is a weak strategy. When someone simply says, take this team, you don't understand why. But when there is analysis, you see the logic, the form, the lineup, pitch, conditions, form, players, and market as well. A normal cricket strategy is not about guessing the winner. It's about going through the match step by step and understanding, is there a real advantage here or not? And if there is an advantage, choose the clear market. If there's no advantage, calmly skip it. The biggest mistake in cricket is just searching for the winner, because a team can win, but the choice can still be weak. So don't choose a team only by name. Check the form, check the lineup, check the pitch as well, and post all final breakdown for upcoming matches, express picks and fast updates before the start in the Telegram channel. Link is in the description and in pinned comments. See you in the next video.